Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to finally finish off the No Surrender crossover. We're going to cover Avengers issues 688 to 690. And the interesting thing about this particular story is that it bookends this particular era of the Avengers that wasn't great, that started right after Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. It wasn't terrible, but frustratingly mediocre, especially in contrast with what happened prior to the Secret Wars, where we had Hickman's run. Also, during this time, Uncanny Avengers, Rick Remender had left the series, and also that sort of sucked. And also during this time, the X titles were really bad. There's this whole thing with Inhumans. And the really interesting thing about this story is that it not only bookends this particular era of Avengers, it also sets up stuff that's going to happen in the X-Men side of the Marvel Universe. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, super summarizing this story, we had this competition between the Grand Master and another Elder of the Universe called the Challenger. He wanted the title of Grand Master. He was also like him, that he had this OCD with games and challenges and stuff like that. They also used to be friends until the Grandmaster betrayed him. So now they have this competition on Earth where one used a new version of the Lethal Legion and the other used the Black Order, Thanos' old Black Order. And basically the Avengers during this whole story, they're just obstacles between these two warring factions. Another pretty important thing is that both characters had secret combatants. In the case of the Grandmaster, he had his daughter, who was called Voyager. She used her mental powers to trick the Avengers to make them think that she was part of the original lineup of the Avengers, while the Challenger brought back the Hulk from the dead. And I have to say that the Hulk was really not happy with the fact that he was brought back from the dead. So at this moment of the story, the Challenger has defeated the Grandmaster. And actually, one of the first things that he's going to do, he's going to destroy Earth, because he realizes that this planet is sort of like the Grandmaster's toy box. He realizes pretty quickly that the Grandmaster likes meddling with the heroes of the planet, with his competitions. So what happens is, obviously the Hulk turns on the Challenger. He tries to clobber the Elder, but the thing is, he gets punched into orbit. Hulk had no idea that this guy was so powerful. So prior to this, the Avengers had discovered that Voyager was Grandmaster's daughter. They had been all mentally manipulated, but she feels pretty terrible with the whole situation and decides to join the ranks of the Avengers. Uses her teleportation powers to basically amass an Avengers army to take down the Challenger. And basically, things start to feel very 90s at this moment of the story. We have the Avengers coordinating attacks against the Challenger, but nothing can faze the guy. Basically, we have an old school punch-a-thon. Now, while all this is going down on this space base that belonged to the Grandmaster, we have Living Lightning, who challenges Grandmaster to a game of poker. So at this moment in the story, the Grandmaster has been humiliated by the Challenger. He wants to get as far away as possible from Earth. But Living Lightning challenges him to a game of poker that, because of his compulsive nature, he can't say no. Our Electrical Avenger basically bets Earth in exchange for the return of the Human Torch and Red Wolf, who were in the stasis capsules on Grandmaster's ship. Now, I know nothing about poker, and they get into the specifics of the game during the match. The thing is that Living Lightning is able to come out on top. I don't understand why or how. But he's able to rescue these two Avengers that everyone thought had died earlier in the story. While back on Earth, Voyager combines her powers with an Inhuman called Synapse or Synapsis. I'm not really sure how she's called. She was on the Uncanny Avengers. She basically was a character I didn't care too much for. The thing is that they're able to give a power boost to all the Avengers. This leads them to have a upper hand and defeat the Challenger. Our heroes prevail, and the big impact of this story is, first we get the end of two Avengers lineups, the USA Avengers and the Uncanny Avengers. They're no more after this. And the mutant characters off both rosters, so we have Rogue and Sunspot. They're going to return to the mutant side of the Marvel Universe just in time for the Krakoan era of the X-Men. I also forgot to mention Cannonball was romping around with the Avengers 2 during this time. The Human Torch is going to return to the Fantastic Four. And basically we get a clean slate for the beginning of Jason Aaron's run on Avengers. So I'm leaving this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.